The Joe Rogan Experience.
And I feel like what we are doing there in these great martial arts teachers that we've had teach us is how to be sort of almost like you're fighting this fight, but there's no rage. You're not actually even angry at the person. It's actually just, you're just doing what you're supposed to do right now. Can I be completely relaxed and do this?
Under stress.
Under incredible amounts of stress. A guy's trying to choke the life out of you.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I had a fight back then. I don't like to fight. I don't look at myself as a fighter. I looked at myself more as a meditator. I got in a fight right at that time, probably when I saw you last.
What happened?
It was in Santa Monica. A guy stole my car.
Oh, wow.
It was my first date with my wife. So let's see, it's our first date. We've married 16 years. The guy stole my car.
And how'd you catch him?
Well, we are walking up the street, and she said, "Oh, you left your lights on in your car." And I said, "No, I have a Saab. You need the keys to get the lights on, so that can't be my car." But my top was down. It was a convertible Saab, and the top was down. And I was like, "Man, that is my car. How are my lights on?" And then I realized there is this dude in my car trying to start my car. And my wife left her keys in the glove compartment, and I guess he opened the glove compartment, went into a convertible, which was open. I had no alarm. It was one of those old Saab 900s I used to have. And you put the keys in, and he just couldn't start because it wasn't the right keys. So I don't know if it was because of yoga or jiu-jitsu or whatever it was, but I was so calm about it. I just said, "Hold my sweatshirt." And I was super skinny then. I was like, I don't know if you remember my diet. I was 100% raw foodist, vegan, like, $1.47 soaking wet with a crystal in my pocket, And I just said, in a very calm way, I just said, "Hold my jacket." And I ran. I jumped on the back of the trunk. I jumped over and jumped on his head. And then I'm small, so I drive real close to the steering wheel. And I slipped behind him and tried to choke him, but I couldn't get deep enough behind him to get the choke in. And it was this big dude. I couldn't really tell from when I jumped, but it was this big dude. And he said, "You trying to choke me? I'm going to kill you." But it was such a stalemate because he couldn't move. I couldn't get the choke in deep enough. And it was just a stalemate. And it went on for like 3 minutes just there.
Whoa.
But I was just breathing. And then he went back to grab my face, and you do that thing in jiu-jitsu where you hook the guy's arm with your leg. So I had that arm trapped. He couldn't move. I couldn't move. My wife was looking at me. She's not calling the cops. She's just like looking there shocked.
This is your first date?
It's our first date. It's midnight in Santa Monica, right there, by the Coffee Bean or something.
Yeah.
And finally, we stand up in the seat. We're standing in the front seat. My windows are up, but the top is down. I cup his neck, and I punch him twice, and he grabs me by the shirt. I grab him by the shirt, and we throw each other through the windows.
Oh, Jesus.
And they snap and shatter, and we fall out of the car, over the door, and roll in the street, and I put him in my guard. And then at that point, I think he just turned and ran, and I pulled his shirt off. Check this out. I had his shoes. Because his shoes fell off. They were sort of like untied Adidas. His shoes fell off. His pants dropped to his ankles because they were sagging pants. His baseball hat fell off, and he pulled his shirt. And I had his shirt, and he ran away. And we're both covered in blood because there's glass all over us. And he runs away in his underwear, pulling up his pants, in his socks. And that's the story. My wife looks. I was like, "Why didn't you call the cops?" She's like, "I don't know. That was sort of like the coolest thing I've ever seen." I was like, "That was the coolest thing I've ever done." She's like, "He could have had a gun." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. He could have actually killed me." I've never, I don't know how I would react again if that ever happened. But that's just what happened. I think it's because it was sort of like in that mood of, this is my duty. I have to protect my car.
Right. And also, the other thing is you are used to like pretty intense conflict when you're doing jiu-jitsu all the time.
And then, we did MMA once a week too, and that was always...
Yeah. Yeah.
And all those guys at Jean-Jacques were either cops. I'd call them cops or robbers. They were like one of the...
Well, the thing about jiu-jitsu is you do it full blast. right? You don't break arms or actually choke people unconscious. If they tap, you let go. But
You
you're
go to that last moment.
Yeah, you're going as hard as you can. That's the difference. You're so accustomed to that. So when you're rolling with this guy, also people that aren't accustomed to that, they feel vulnerable.
Panic. What is this guy going to do?
You feel it right away. They feel awkward. They feel strange.
Yeah.
Like I've rolled with people that don't know how to roll, just joking around, rolling with people. Like, come on, let me do jujitsu with you. Let me see what it feels like. They're helpless.
They're helpless.
Helpless. It's a weird feeling. It's like, you look like you look like my size. You look like we and I should be, but you're vulnerable. You're so vulnerable.
Right. It's just
Yeah.
like there's such a big the learning curve is so sharp.
It's so sharp.
Right.
It's so sharp. But once you get to like blue belt, purple belt, it's like that area, like a regular person is really helpless. They really are.
What's interesting, even with that fight, I don't look at myself as a fighting guy, and I definitely don't look for fights. But it's almost like you're learning a game.
Yeah.
And then you realize, oh, this game is completely deadly.
Yeah, it is a deadly game. I mean, that's exactly what it is. You're playing a game of I'm trying to kill you, you're trying to kill me, but we're really good friends. That's the crazy thing. It's like a lot of guys who have technically killed me, because I had a tap. They're
basically
really good friends.
They're like my best friends.
Yeah, they're really nice. And I can't wait to try to kill them again. It's a very strange thing to practice, but it's very cleansing. Like the people that do it all the time.
It's like therapy.
Yeah, they're so peaceful.
Yeah, I don't know if I didn't really study other martial arts except a little Muay Thai in Thailand. But I wonder if you get the same feeling.
It's cleansing.
Because you don't have to pull.
Yeah.
You don't have to, you either go light or in Thailand, it was like, I went to kick a guy and he blocked it with his shin. He lifted his knee. And I got a bruise from my ankle to my knee that was like, yeah, it's brutal.
It's brutal.
It's brutal.
Yeah,
you
really have to condition the shit out of your shins. It takes years too.